Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Welcome to MOOC ENV521 Wastewater Management. My name is Razi Ikhwan bin Muhammad Rashid from the Center for Environmental Health and Safety, Faculty of Health Sciences, University Technology Mara, UiTM Campus Puncak. Today we are going to begin with one of the most important foundational topics in this course, the principles of wastewater management. This introduction will help you to understand what wastewater is, why managing it is essential, and the key components involved in wastewater system. For learning outcomes, by the end of this lecture, you should be able to achieve three main learning outcomes. First, you will be able to describe the basic principles and concepts of wastewater management. Second, you will be able to explain the public health importance of proper wastewater handling. And third, you will be able to identify and explain the main components that make up a standard wastewater management system. These outcomes form the basis of everything that we will explore throughout this course. So, let's begin with the most fundamental question. What is wastewater? Wastewater is any water that has been used and contaminated by human activities. This includes water from domestic sources like kitchens and bathrooms, industrial discharges, commercial activities, and even stormwater or rainwater runoff. Essentially, once water picks up pollutants, whether organic, chemical, or physical, it becomes wastewater and must be handled in a controlled manner to protect health and the environment. So let's move on to the types of wastewater. There are several types of wastewater, and understanding these categories helps us decide what treatment processes are necessary. Generally, wastewater is grouped into domestic wastewater, industrial wastewater, commercial wastewater, and stormwater runoff. Each type has different characteristics and pollutant profiles, which means they require different levels of treatment. Domestic wastewater, for example, contains human waste, grey water, and household chemicals. Industrial wastewater may include heavy metals, oils, or high-strength pollutants, depending on the industry. Let's focus briefly on domestic wastewater. Domestic wastewater typically consists of two major components, black water and grey water. Black water contains human waste from toilets and has high pathogens levels. Grey water comes from sinks, showers, and laundry and contains detergents, grease, and suspended solids. While domestic wastewater might seem harmless because we see it daily, it actually poses significant health risk if left untreated. Here are the public health importance of wastewater management. They are to prevent spread of waterborne diseases, protect community and environmental health, reduces vector breeding sites, support economic and social well-being, and also linked to United Nations Sustainable Development Goal SDG 3, SDG 6, and SDG 14. Now let's discuss public health. I want you to think about this question. Do you think human waste is a danger to health? The answer is absolutely yes. Human waste must always be treated as potentially infectious. It may contain pathogenic organisms like bacteria, viruses, protozoa, and parasites. Without proper handling, these can spread rapidly through the environment and expose communities to disease. This is why wastewater management is not just an engineering or environmental issue. It is a critical public health responsibility. Furthermore, wastewater from household, industries, and agriculture could also contain heavy metals, solvents, industrial chemicals, pesticides, herbicides, detergents, and cleaning agents, and also endocrine disrupting chemicals, EDCs. These may cause health effects such as neurological disorders, kidney and liver damage, skin irritation, hormonal disruption, and also it would increase cancer risk among population. Indirectly, wastewater could degrade in the environment and could lead to algae bloom, which would further cause reduction in oxygen or eutrophication, would cause death of fish and aquatic life, and would further contaminate any food that is coming from water consumed by human. Wastewater could also cause groundwater contamination, especially in areas using septic tanks or where sewer lines leak. Wastewater could also cause vector breeding by creating habitats for mosquitoes, rodents, and flies. Improper handling of wastewater can cause disease transmission through several pathways. Poor waste disposal can contaminate soil, water sources, and food. It also encourages the breeding of flies, mosquitoes, rodents, and animals that act as vectors. One of the most important concepts is the F diagram, which explains the fecal-oral transmission routes. Pathogens from feces can spread through fluids, fields, flies, fingers, and food, eventually entering the mouth of a new host. This is why sanitation systems exist to break these transmission pathways and interrupt the spread of disease. So, with all these risks in mind, why do we treat wastewater? We treat wastewater to remove contaminants, protect public health, prevent pollution in rivers and oceans, and reduce environmental degradation. Treatment also allows us to reclaim water for reuse, especially important with today's rising water scarcity issues. Without proper treatment, wastewater would overwhelm ecosystem and create severe health and environmental impacts. In a complete wastewater management system, there are several main components working together. These include collection systems such as sewer network that transport wastewater, treatment system, primary, secondary, and sometimes tertiary process to remove contaminants, sludge management, handling and treating the solid portion of wastewater, discharge or reuse systems, ensuring treated water is safely released or repurposed, monitoring and regulation, ensuring everything meets environmental and public health standards. Each component play a critical role and must function properly to ensure overall system performance. Before we end, let's summarize the key points from today's lecture. Wastewater management exists to protect human health and the environment. Its core principles include prevention, proper treatment, and sustainability. Effective wastewater systems contribute to national water security and support global goals such as clean water and sanitation. And finally, wastewater management involves a combination of collection, treatment, reuse, and monitoring components. Thank you very much for joining this introductory lecture. Until we meet again, that's all. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Goodbye.